Steel chairs, smack talk, and suplexes. It's the U.S. and Canada are settling their differences in the old-fashioned way. Zone of Five presents an exclusive TNA wrestling event, Border Brawl. Today I've got legendary mixed martial artist, professional wrestler, former UFC light heavyweight champion. I'm going to say it right. Quinton Rampage Jackson. What's up, Quinton?
What's up, brother? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing? So tell us about this. That's great. Tell us about this border brawl, man. This is going to be interesting.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting. They invited Donald Trump and the Prime Minister of Canada to be there, and I'm kind of hoping that they show up, and I'm kind of hoping that they get in there and throw some blows at each other. I want to see what's going on. I want to see some action.
I like that, man. I like that. Oh, man. So who came up with this great idea to invite these two to be a part of this border brawl?
I think it was TNA's idea. You know, they come up with crazy ideas here and there. So I think it's a great one. A positive way to settle our differences with our brothers next door. Let's go. Let's do it.
Let's get it on, is what you're saying, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, definitely. How did you get involved as in your early age? How do you get involved with mixed martial art and being a professional wrestler? What got you excited about this?
Well, growing up in Memphis, I always wanted to be a professional wrestler. So I signed up for wrestling at my high school, and I was thinking that it was pro wrestling. I had no idea it was a different type of wrestling in high school. I've never seen it before and everything. I was a little bit disappointed, but the wrestling coach, Peter Bojo, RIP, he told me that, you know what, you still can slam people. So I was like, all right, sign me up. And I signed up for the wrestling team, and I sucked at first, but then I got good and went to college and wrestled. And years later, I come back home, and I got thrown into a MMA fight, and I won my first amateur fight. And they were like, "Oh, you're a fighter now." So here I am.
Man, how many years you been fighting now?
It's been almost 25 years now.
What would you say to other young wrestlers or mixed martial artists who want to follow in your footsteps and do what you do?
But I would say first thing you want to do is work on your discipline. Being a fighter is, you got to sacrifice a lot. Being a fighter, I'll be honest, is like one of the most selfish things you can do. You got to be selfish because, no one can get in that cage for you, that ring for you, and fight for you. So you got to, when you're in training camp, you got to put everybody else aside, and you just got to focus on yourself. Be very disciplined, do all the road work, be strict on your diet, get your mind right. If you got any negative friends or family members, you just got to push them to the side for a little bit, and you just got to focus on you.
You know, it's interesting. I'm looking at this, and it seems like the tickets, this is all nonprofit, and the tickets will benefit Wounded Warrior Project, and of course, there's one in Canada, Canadian veterans. Talk about that a little bit.
I think it's very important to give back to the veterans, the people who died and been hurt for our country and stuff like that. I think that we should do all we can to help them out and lift them up. The Wounded Warriors, that's a great it's a great cause. So anything that us as Americans can do to help out people who's been injured and stuff for our country, I think we should do anything we can.
Talk a little bit about your experience in Japan.
What you want to know? What you want to know about Japan? I love that country.
Tell us about your wrestling in Japan.
I was out there fighting. I got my big break out there in Japan, and I have to say this. I'm an American, but I have to say this. It was my favorite place to fight. The Japanese fans, they appreciate you so much. They cheer for you whether you win or lose, as long as you fight with heart. They're the best fans, hands down. They give you gifts, and it's positive vibes. When you walk in that arena and you can just feel the energy in there, it's like they just want you to do well. Even if you're fighting against a Japanese guy, if they're your fan for life. There's no fair weather fans over there.
That sounds cool. We're talking about the Border Brawl, which is actually going to take place on May 25th, the Niagara Falls Convention Centre on the Canadian side of the border. We'll see if Trump goes across Canada, if they let him across Canada. True. I've been speaking with Quinton Rampage Jackson. Quentin, thank you so much for joining us on Morning Blend, man. You've been an inspiration to me, man. I love it.
Thank you so much. Don't forget that it's free on Zone 5 at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. It's free, y'all.
Free. Everybody hear that? Free. Thanks, Quentin.